Good day, scholars, I hope you're doing well. In this video, we're going to look at a really interesting Dragon Ball Z What If because it's one that could potentially derail the entire Majin Buu saga as we know it. And what we are looking at is Gohan destroying Babidi's henchmen, Spopovich and Yamu, somehow, some way, before they manage to sap his energy. It's interesting how Babidi and Dabura's plan would work from here. Now, the tournament attack in canon, Spopovich and Yamu stabbed Gohan, steal his Super Saiyan 2 energy to help fill Majin Buu's cocoon. Gohan killing them means Babidi loses his two main energy collectors, and the Z fighters would never learn of Babidi's hideout by following Spopovich and Yamu. This sets up a dangerous situation because the heroes remain in the dark whilst Babidi still has backup plans. Now, of course, an easy way out of this is they could use the Dragon Balls to get the answer out of Shenron because we've seen Shenron answer a few questions before. But what about Babidi's reaction? He still has Dabura, the king of the demon realm, plus his own magic. He'd quickly realize his pawns are dead and would possibly send Dabura personally to gather some energy. But the chances of him dying are rather high if he's on his own, especially if Goku or Vegeta step in. Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta, they have the largest energy pools, but Dabura is safest fighting Gohan. But Gohan killing the henchmen, this accelerates things in a way. There's probably no stages on Babidi's spaceship, they all might go out and collect energy themselves in a panic. Majin Buu needs a huge amount of energy to be revived. Without Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 burst, it takes way longer though. But a single battle with Dabura and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, if the others managed to use the Dragon Balls to get the location of the spaceship, if they went into the spaceship and went through the different stages and it was Gohan's time to fight, that battle with Dabura could generate a lot of energy than what Spopovich stole in canon. And of course, Dabura and Babidi may get wind of Vegeta's dark nature, and they could exploit that. So Babidi doesn't fail immediately, he just switches strategies and things moves at a different pace. But there's still a chance he could panic, send out Dabura, and Dabura gets squashed by Goku and Vegeta because there are no stages, unless Babidi uses some magic to teleport him away. Ultimately, they would still have to find that spaceship. Now, Majin Vegeta's fate, it still very likely happens. Vegeta wanted a rematch with Goku, anything else would just delay that match, and even without the energy theft incident, Babidi would try to corrupt Vegeta directly, or even Piccolo if he doesn't turn to stone. This means the Goku versus Vegeta fight happens anyway, and Babidi reaps a mountain of energy from their battle, as even if they didn't steal Gohan's energy, Goku and Vegeta would continue to fight, generating more power because they were stronger than Gohan, and they would continue fighting if Buu didn't hatch, because that's the one thing that interfered with Goku's focus on the fight. So Buu's revival might be delayed, though killing Spopovich and Yamu early doesn't really stop Buu. It just means his revival comes from a bigger, riskier battle, with two Super Saiyan 2 battles going on to make up the energy that didn't get stolen from the tournament. But also there's another risk that the Z fighters might be less prepared since they never got to follow Spopovich to Dabura's ship and scout things out. If Dabura just arrives and goes on the attack with his stone spit, he could take them all out if nobody expects anything. But I do think even if Gohan managed to break through Supreme Kai's hold and kill Spopovich and Yamu with his Super Saiyan 2 power, you know, like he did to the Cell Juniors, then I think Supreme Kai would be down, realizing he can't find Babidi's spaceship, but then one of the Z fighters would recommend the Dragon Balls anyway, and they could potentially ambush Dabura and Babidi before Buu's egg is even ready. If not, the story kind of plays out similarly, but Buu's revival happens later and in a messier way. Alternatively, Gohan could just knock out Spopovich and Yamu, and then Supreme Kai can interrogate them, but I don't think they would get much information because Babidi would just make them explode to prevent them giving out the location. Let me know in the comments what you think the outcome would be if Gohan killed those two, and can you see the Majin Buu saga taking a completely different turn if Gohan broke free of Supreme Kai?